So we're gonna say hello to the people watching the VODs on the YouTube channel. I'm finally caught up again. Yay!
Yippee!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My music is quiet, but I think it's just because of my new PC.
Yes.
Is that what you got yourself for your
Indeed.
birthday? Birthday present, birthday,
technically
your birthday
speaking,
party,
if
your
you-
birthday?
It's like I replaced my entire PC because my power supply failed, and I was like, I'm not gonna bother trying to just like upgrade my current PC because my current PC is in a micro tower and it's also 7 years old. So I was just like, I'll just everything all at once. Fuck it.
Sir, yes,
That's
sir,
how I
yes,
was with
sir.
this one. I'm excited to finally build mine.
Yeah, it took me a while to get everything in, but now I actually have a proper case, and it's going to be easy to upgrade if I so desire.
That's what I want to do, man. I'm saving up so I can upgrade this one that I have.
I spent a lot of money.
I bet.
Oh, yeah.
I spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice
fucking
part is
RAM
like,
alone.
yeah, RAM prices are going back down-ish, but they're not anywhere near as like
Yeah, it's
cheap
not
as they
amazing.
used to be.
Wait for a sale, a summer sale or something.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Does anybody want to roll me a d3? Because we cannot. Quartz was not there last session.
I can try. You'll get a very, very brief. Yep.
Let's have Crenia do the recap.
I can roll a d4, and if it hits the 4,
It's a
I do it
3.
again.
Well, I already got it, so.
Huh?
Ambrose. Lucky you! You get to do
Alrighty.
you get to do the recap.
So, kind of going off of the very quick broad synopsis that Villa gave about the last couple of sessions, we had found ourselves in the kind of like a plaza-like area that was adjacent to some of the sewer system, where we had seen the after effects of the dog attacking the man, and we'd already pulled the man away, and Rexmoa and Kipper kind of looked over momentarily, but Ambrose had ran towards the dog and very quickly annihilated the dog after using Vithias's blessing to smite the dog in two. And unfortunately, though the dog was quickly slain, that was not all that was of this act. There was also 2 of the more mutated salve infected that had come from the leaking pipes. They were large, amorphous blobs that had chunks of meat inside them, kind of acting as partial limbs. And Rexmoa and Ambrose both separated to handle one at a time to make sure they couldn't get closer to any of the civilians that were around, with the aid of a couple of automaton guards. And during the fight with these 2 infected, we were quick to realize that there was something off about their mutation. The mixture of meat that was inside them, this flesh, was soon spat out and turned into its own humanoid infected that attempted to also attack us. Luckily, though, both Ambrose and Rexmoa, and with, of course, the help of Kipper in the backline, we managed to deal with both the more humanoid infected as well as the actual blobs pretty quickly, without anything bad happening besides a single automaton guard falling, with no other immediate infection known. However, as stated in the very brief synopsis, Rexmoa and Ambrose were both injured by the actual infected, confirming that we would both be infected as well. And after the fight had ended and we were sure that the 2 goops were dealt with properly, the guards had spoken with us and asked, what can we do to deal with the infection further, what's going on and what kind of precautions they can take. And mainly Rexmoa took a point here to explain that the sewers need to have a perimeter. They need to make sure that it's secure that there's not anything coming out of there, to be watchful, and to just generally be sure not to kind of like touch the goop too much. And also to make sure that if anything does come close to it, it's automatons and not humans with flesh and blood. We were also escorted away from the very large encompassing crowd that had like witnessed our heroic acts. And we were traveled back to House Trishul. And arriving there, we also brought Jean, the infected commoner that was bitten by the dog in the first place, with us. And entering back into House Trishul, we were greeted not by Borealis, Percy, or even Rin, but rather one of the cleaning bots. And we tried to get an audience with Borealis more officially because we were in the accompaniment of a stranger. Unfortunately, we were told that they were busy. But seeing as we were infected as well as a stranger was infected, it was paramount that we speak with them immediately. So Rexmoa, taking the forefront, moved towards the study where we knew that Rin and Borealis were. And getting closer, Rin spotted us asking what was going on. We gave her the brief rundown, but we started to make a little too much noise, which caused the people inside the study to wonder what's going on outside, causing the appearance of the counselor to see the party, our strange injuries, and Jean. To which he decided that we were sure to have an interesting conversation, and he wanted to listen in. And having to briefly explain that we were going to have a checkup by Borealis, he decided that he was going to watch our clinical trial. And that is where we leave off.
That is correct. That is correct. You guys are right now pretty much entering the workshop / laboratory in House Trishul. You already know the place. You've already been here a few times. Some not so nicer than others. But you're fine.
I wonder who that was. I wonder.
Of course, indeed.
I wonder who would possibly be angry at the counselor.
Yes, as you guys enter, pretty much the counselor invites himself inside. Borealis, of course, not wanting to kick him out because that would just raise even more suspicion, allows him to go in, and because of what you, Ambrose, told her, of what you've heard of the godlike influences have told you, you decide that, hey, this might not be such a bad idea after all.
This is such a big mistake. I shouldn't have said that. Something bad's gonna happen because I said that.
I don't know. But basically...
Something bad was gonna happen anyway.
But basically, you guys are gonna go in. But before all of this, Taurin, since we didn't have you last session, what do we want to say Taurin was doing? This is still this is around a little bit over midday when this is happening. You guys would have, stayed the night in the Trishul Manor and obviously, woken up there.
You want me to respond now, or?
Yeah. If you have something right now, as I said, if you have something right now, then let's hear it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, they're all out battling, right? And she was kind of, I guess, left in the fray.
What happened? Let me tell you a little bit more in detail what happened last time before they left. They basically just had some godly interventions at night, as they tend to be. And in the morning, they just started their morning normally until, in the breakfast time, Rin and obviously Borealis were very worried of the inspection of the counselor of the Saints that would arrive at any point. So they were trying to, get the manor clean of any incriminating evidence, which is funny because it's not bad, but it would be incriminating for the Saints, so it is bad. And Rin heard about a commotion happening, and while obviously she's kind of security around the parts of the upper city, while you guys couldn't, she couldn't leave because obviously they have to, get rid of things and like hide other things. She asked the party to go and deal with this commotion. To which the party, of course, accepted, and then they left in the morning after their meal to see what was going on. That is pretty much what happened. Then they fought, and then they came back because there is an infected person outside of, obviously, the party that is also infected. And they're looking to get treated. So what would you say that Taurin would have been doing in this time where, we woke up and they woke up and they went to have their meal and then did that?
Okay. She could have my idea is kind of, I guess, cheesy, but
yeah, that's fine.
She could have gone and scout ahead, of course, like in bird form or something, to start circling around, try to find, I guess, more kind of like just scouting as a bird.
Okay.
But in that time, I guess, we can have a couple of sparrows come and attack her and thinking she was an egg thief, and she got distracted with that instead.
That's actually very funny. I like that. Hey, yeah, so, that works.
That's what we'll go with that.
We can say that Taurin was having a wild shape adventure of her own.
There we go.
And then you also come back home as, once you are done with the shenanigans in wild shape, you're returning to the house and you see obviously the party coming back. So you would obviously fly in and join them as they enter and notice that obviously the counselor is there speaking to Borealis, and everybody's like, oh god. And now the counselor has asked, more like as they said, invited himself to watch the procedure. Because in his words, he has a lot of time. So he's there to look at what is going to happen. And obviously, Borealis crashed out a little bit, understandably so. But eventually, because of what Ambrose told her, she's like, okay, we'll figure this out. Let's, act normal. We'll do what we're here to do, and then we'll see what happens. And so, as you guys obviously enter to the workshop, the silence is still a little bit awkward because obviously that Borealis is trying to be like, not super, I guess, telling of the things that are happening. And obviously she doesn't want to raise any suspicion either, so she's trying to play it cool. And the imposing presence of the counselor, which for those who don't know, let me show you guys a little bit of there we go. He is a automaton, a robot. It's a very tall and slick robot. He is, rather than the metallic silver that all the robots are, he's more of like a copper kind of gold-ish color. And his design is much more, I would call it refined, than the rest of the normal, like standard use or guard automatons and all of that. And you guys have encountered him in more of a combat situation, and you guys, just another reminder for the players to know that he does in fact have a weapon that is concealed within his arm.
Yeah, we had seen him fighting previously.
Exactly. You guys have seen him fight previously. You guys know that his weapon conceals itself inside one of his arms. Other than that, I mean, you don't know much about this very weird-looking robot.
You know, it's funny you say he conceals his weapon inside him. I do too. Stabs him.
True. So, as you guys enter, sorry, I was taking a sip of my goddamn cola. Okay. So as you guys enter the place,
So you're not drinking alcohol right now?
I didn't say nothing.
I don't even have alcohol in my house.
Just put some rum in it. And
Well,
it's
you just
fine.
moved into your house, so
I'm drinking juice. That technically counts, right? It's like
yeah,
it's
that's gin
just
and
not
juice
alcohol
minus the
yet.
gin.
Exactly.
I'm just drinking the fluid from my lava lamp, and I hope I see you guys later.
Oh boy. Okay. So you guys enter the area. You know that the workshop has its own little quarantine zone where Borealis obviously makes you go in immediately. And while she's trying to keep it together, you can see like nervous like movements on her hands, or like her tail is just moving in an erratic way, or you know, there is there is nerves like in the room. The tension is very palpable. Obviously, Percy, the butler of Borealis, which is another robot, again different from the counselor, follows you inside as well, and sets up the area where you guys are going to be treated as before. At first, Percy obviously sets up the room, and then Borealis goes to her observation kind of like booth area, and the counselor follows. He is silent and just observing. As the picture is right there, obviously it's kind of like that, not not with the horns, but you can see that the counselor has a very flat face plate, question mark? There is no expression in it. It's just, as I said, it's just a flat, like, plate. And obviously the counselor has the blue light from the power source that is stratagem. Unlike Percy and the robots that Borealis have in her mansion that have more of a white light. Different power sources, because you guys know that Borealis with her magic powers the robots herself. So, as you guys enter, Percy calls over for Jean, the person that got infected, and you can tell that the NPC is having a little bit of issues. He's like, "Oh God, is this gonna be safe? Like what's going on here?" You know, he's having some doubts. Trying to back away, obviously, but I'm assuming you guys are not letting him.
Yeah. I'll also say to him, do not worry. We've all been through this treatment, and we are fine because of it. This is important for your health.
I want you to give me... what technically would be a persuasion check? I just want to see something.
Okay, can I
Uh-huh.
opt to use the Channel Divinity Touch of Vithius?
Oh, interesting. What does that do specifically again? I'm pretty sure I made it, but I
You
don't
can use
remember.
your Channel Divinity to suppress strong emotions in a creature of your choice within touch range. They must make a charisma saving throw. They can choose to fail if they wish. But if they fail the saving throw, is friendly, and
Okay.
really
Yeah.
it's more to just try and like help like with the like worry.
Yeah, 100%. I will. Yeah, that's what it's for. So, Yeah. Let me do. What is your saving throw?
12. Yeah, 12.
12. Okay. Alright, that is a fail for him.
Get fucked.
So as you
Take Vitius's blessing.
as you put his hand on his shoulder and say this to him, you notice his like worried expression and almost like trembling kind of self, I guess. Calm down. He stops shaking. He takes a deep breath that gets rid of all of the shakiness out of him. For you, Ambrose, you would feel the warm energy from your stone kind of travel through your arm and into your hand, and to Jean. And you would feel that it is working. And once, you have delivered this energy, he goes, oh, all right, I'll do it. Let's get this over with. And a little bit fearful still, he gets inside the room where Percy is. And you guys can see from like the small kind of window that the door has. Obviously, there is the kind of observation booth to the side where Borealis and the counselor are right now. And you guys are next to the door, which only has like a little window for you guys to see. And you can see from the outside that obviously Percy's giving him the directions, and the guy is just trying to like, oh yeah, it's trying to describe everything and to follow what the other automaton is telling. Eventually, he sits down, and this vaccine is not vaccine. I guess it's a cure. Is administered. Soon enough, the man starts to shake violently. Not like super bad, but yeah, it's like very, very bad shaking. And he starts twitching a little bit and grunting in pain as, the cure is doing its thing. You can tell this is kind of painful. And you would have known, especially you, Taurin. You are very aware of how painful this is.
Yes.
And after a brief moment, you see the man stand up, kind of dizzy, and just spit out like a glob of this dark blue substance. To which, obviously, Percy grabs the man, covers his eyes, and activates one of the sun flashes that they have built, and the room entirely lights up immediately. And then it, dies out, and everything is fine. And then, obviously, the man is taken outside, and another set of smaller, more simpler automatons take him to get the wound, by the way, the bite wound that he had on his leg was cured by Kipper. It was still the matter of, bandaging, cleaning, and, other types of care.
Wouldn't want blue blood anywhere.
Exactly. So, the man just kind of comes out. He looks a little bit pale, but obviously that's because he just threw up. But he just gives you a thumbs up and then just kind of like gets led away by the other little robots. And so Percy opens the door and, waits for one of you to go inside.
Good luck. Taurin will say.
Ambrose, mind if I ask a favor of you and you go in there? I still haven't really recovered from last time.
I do not mind. And I'll look up to the counselor as I walk towards the actual room, whatever we're considering this.
Think about
area.
this, yeah, like an operating / like quarantine lab kind of deal. It's like a separate like fortified room, I guess.
I would like to do a little scheming while this is happening.
Sure thing. What is it that you want to do?
Okay, so can Rexmoa like identify, I suppose, like a power source for this like device? I assume it draws a lot of power.
What device specifically?
The curing chamber with the Percival does it, right?
Correct.
Okay.
He has like inside of the chamber,
Okay.
like he has like a little tray with the cures and the sun flashes and all of that.
All right, my alternative now is I would like to look around the workshop for some kind of generator-esque thing. I mean, in my mind, I'm looking for like an outlet or like a generator, something that produces electricity, but I'm not really sure how that would present itself in this setting.
I want you to give me a perception check.
I can do that with my lizard eyes.
Okay. So, Rexmoa, as you start looking around, I would say this is something that you will learn, so I will give it to you. You start looking around, trying to search for outlets, search for anything that could be powered, like power lines of some sort. You look around, and you don't really find anything until, you stumble across one of the little, like, builder robots that Borealis has. And it just kind of, looks at you and just kind of says hi and then just leaves to do its thing. And you realize, Rexmoa, Borealis is not only powering the robots, she's powering the whole house. You look up at the lights, they're all white.
Interesting revelation. Can I talk to this automaton? Are they able to respond like Percy can?
No, you would have known this from before, because you entered in the early morning to insult a random automaton lodged in.
Hey,
Borealis's
how is it I'm the one who is insulting them when they threatened to choke me to death? This is messed up. This is slander.
But yeah, you know that these little guys, they all talk like, beep boop kind of deal, The only one that truly talks, they are the slightly larger ones, and obviously Percy. These ones are only like I said, like that told you the one time, they just kind of have their own like set of instructions, and they just do what they do, and that's it. So they're like in an assembly line. One does one thing, the other one does another thing, and so on and so forth.
We just have our little mouse droids.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean that is what you will find. Ambrose, as you enter, you would notice that Borealis is speaking to the counselor. The counselor, has his head turned over towards Borealis, and they're having a conversation, which you cannot hear because of the nature of the glass. It is all muffled, as you knew already from this the previous times that you were here. And they're talking, and you can tell that they are like engaged in a conversation. As Borealis points something out in a book that she has, and the counselor is just kind of nodding along, or like, presumably speaking. There is no features on its face. You cannot see if it's speaking, but you get the idea that it is. So you enter, same deal, you get hit with a cure. You obviously feel like your chest, in this case, because that's where you got hit, burns. Like, it feels like you had like a red hot metal rod stuck into your chest where the injury was. Oh, which, by the way, Percy takes your armor.
Yeah.
To be cleaned. And yeah, as you said,
my armor.
as I said, your your chest is burning up, then suddenly you just go super cold, you start sweating, you feel dizzy until your stomach rumbles and you just throw up a piece of that goo. Percy does the flash, and then suddenly everything is fine. You are still shaken by the cure, obviously, but you know that it worked.
I'll close my eyes preemptively after, knowing what's coming, and then after, like, kind of catching my breath from the heaving, I'll say to Percy, thank you, as always.
You're welcome. Now please, tell your friend to come in.
Yes.
And as you exit, obviously Percy stays with your chest piece, because that's where you got hit. And that is where the blood would be, so
Return to Rexmoa and say, better than a saw to the shoulder, I guess.
Ooh, wait. Well, since I couldn't find anything, or at least anything that can be prepared in like 5 minutes, I will just go into the test chamber.
Yeah, same deal. You notice that the counselor, they are speaking. Obviously, the counselor keeps his very calm and mysterious demeanor, while you see Borealis, turning pages, talking, and conversing. As he is attentive, looking at things. He turns his head only to what you assume it is to reply to Borealis. See, there is no mouth, so no idea. But then he's always staring. Percy does the same thing to you. You got in your arm, lucky for you, you don't have to get rid of any armor. You don't have any armor to get rid of anyways. But, he gives you the cure. Same thing, your arm feels like you have stuck your arm into, like, hot coal. And then it goes cold, starts sweating, get dizzy, spit it out immediately. And then, flash, and it's over. And Percy obviously starts gathering all the used equipment to, disinfect and discard off. And you're free to go if you wish.
Is Percy still there?
Yeah, I mean, he is, as I said, once you've done the thing, you're still a little bit shaky. Obviously, you just threw up a bunch of goo, but you're fine. And Percy's just kind of, gathering stuff. He's bundling up the armor that was, dirty or damaged or infected potentially. And same with the, the vials where the cure was applied and stuff like that.
Oh, sorry.
Well, you can say your thing.
So are you getting treated right now?
Well,
Yes.
I just got treated.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it happened that fast.
Yeah, I mean, this
Dang.
is happening. It's a slightly faster process, because
We're used
They-
to it,
They kind of already
I was
know
gonna
how to
try
do
and
it.
captivate on them getting treated, or at least one of them getting treated, to speak to the counselor. When
You can do
there
it.
were
We can
less
say that you
people
can do it.
around.
You can say that you
Okay.
can do it.
Speak to him right now.
Yeah, you can say that you can do it while this is happening.
Can do that. Okay. Mm.
So as you know, there is, like I said, the quarantine, quote unquote quarantine room. It's kind of locked with very thick walls, a very secure door, and there is a booth where, in this case, Borealis and the counselor are sitting at this moment. It is accessible from the outside, obviously nothing from the inside, because what's the point of having such a secure thing if you can just, go in from there?
Yeah.
Uh,
I guess
Rex-
Kipper would go into there. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
No, sorry. I was just replying to Rexmoa. The inside, yes. So you know that you can see Borealis speaking, but you cannot hear anything. Like, you hear very, very low, muffled sounds. It's a kind of like a secure contamination area where, you know, there's even like very tough glass. So you won't be able to hear from the outside.
I think people on the outside can hear the inside, right? Because there's like a microphone system, isn't there?
Kind of. There's not like such a thing as a, you know, like a proper microphone.
Yeah,
system.
I mean, I'm just saying. Generally
And
speaking.
if you remember before, Borealis wasn't able to talk to you while you were inside. He just kind of just gave you like a thumbs up, or like, you know, just kind of show that she was.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
when you were inside, you could respond to questions that Percy would have, and then Borealis was listening to those answers.
Exactly. Perhaps through a relay on Percy's circuits, who knows? Alright, so Kipper, yes, you approach this booth, you open the door, and obviously Borealis looks at you, and the counselor obviously turns his head to look at you, but they just focus on the task up ahead.
I guess they're just going through official paperwork and such.
No, you actually catch them in the middle of talking about how this cure works. You hear Borealis explaining how, you know, by the compound this and that, I mixed it and I did this and this and this, and then, you know, it causes a reaction that makes blah 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 blah, and obviously the counselor's just listening.
Isn't Borealis just amazing? I mean, considering that there was this massive epidemic and Borealis single-handedly created a cure for all of this.
Borealis just kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, well, I appreciate it. I don't really like to take all the credit for this, but I guess it's just a lot of studying and understanding of, you know, the disease and all of that." And the counselor turns his head over to you and goes, "Indeed, quite interesting. Of course, I assume that Lady Borealis couldn't do this alone."
I mean, of course, you'd have to have at least someone in the field figuring it out. Although, it seemed that there were many in the field, and yet nothing had been done with it previously. Which does lead me to one of many potential questions. What was it exactly you were doing in the morgue that night? Were you expecting what was going to happen?
My directive was to secure and dispose. That was it.
I'm assuming a directive given by the Saints. I trust somewhat, I guess, what you're saying. At the same time, I'm not foolish enough to think that there isn't more behind that. Although you were a great help that night, so nothing against you personally. I will say, these are very interesting times we're in currently. The physical end of the physical body does not necessarily mean death at this moment. Would you say that you're almost kind of like a makeshift lich? Not truly dead, not truly alive?
That is an interesting concept. Do you believe that?
I don't fully believe anything until I'm given reason to. Who were you before, Counselor?
Before what? My creation? Are you asking who I was before I was?
Who were you before you were mechanical, I should say? I see a cognitive ability surpassing that of most automatons. Far surpassing that, I should say.
Our associates with the other noble houses have done incredible advancements in technology.
Well, you could say that. Yes. And yet there's something on the tip of my tongue. If only there was someone who could ease some of my troubling thoughts. Would you be able to help me with that, Jehan?
And with that, he tilts his head, a little curious about what you're saying. And it goes, I'm sorry. You must be confused.
Oh well, it was a shot in the dark. Anyway. Sorry, I see a direction that I want to go. I have to go and see whether it's true or not. But I'm still keeping an eye out on you.
Your methods are interesting, to say the least. I assure you, I am here just to have a normal conversation with Lady Borealis. Well, I believe this exchange can help one another.
Yeah, agreed. It seemed like nothing but an amiable conversation. I just had a separate suspicion, and now I feel like I have a little bit more clarity based on physical reactions. I'll leave you to it. I apologize, Borealis.
And she goes like, no, it's all right. Oh, your friend is out, and you can see, like, the flashing of the light, and obviously the Percy talking to Rexmoa as he is being, finished with the procedure.
I'm just imagining Borealis was sweating during that, just like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the heck is this boy on?
Oh yeah, she was. You can see her like foot tapping. Like she was a mess at that specific moment.
Well, Kipper's going downstairs.
Okay. Yeah, and as you close the door, obviously the conversation continues outside of all of this. And then, Rexmoa, what were you going to do?
I just want to talk to Percy to see if they have any insight on the situation.
Yeah, sure.
Percy, is there any way that we could alter the memory of the counselor? I honestly don't think this information should get out of here, if possible. But I also don't think we should necessarily trap them here either.
And Percy goes, I agree. However, I feel like our best chance is to approach this in a peaceful manner. Perhaps if we act too irrationally, the counselor may make things more difficult. Not just for us, but for the house as well.
Well, that's a good point too. I don't exactly think we can beat him in a fight. So, well, hopefully Lady Borealis or someone more enthusiastic than me can, well, talk to them. Honestly, my plan was just trying to see if we could, shock him a little.
And Percy goes, a sound plan. I would not recommend it, though. Perhaps we should leave Lady Borealis to work her charm. She is, after all, very good in conversation.
I can't disagree with that. All right, Percy, can you lead me to the baths?
And Percy goes, I can arrange somebody to do that for you. I will be busy tending to these items.
Yeah, that's as far as I have to say to Percy.
Yeah, and as you exit, obviously the party would be outside again. The door would open, and the counselor and Borealis will come out. And they would all lead you outside into the laboratory proper, not in this like security kind of quarantine chamber kind of deal. And as you exit the chamber, you see that Rin is over there just waiting as well.
Oh, hey there, Lady Rin.
And Rin just kind of gives you a little nod, as she is, also a little bit on edge, but vigilant.
Is she still wearing her backpack?
No, the backpack is not on her back anymore.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Why? What's the problem with the backpack?
Just gives off bad vibes.
And as you guys come out, Borealis just walks next to the counselor, and she goes, and so, by synthesizing the formula, and, with some other added elements, and of course if I put it into a vial, and then maybe in an auto-injector of my design, I believe we can, effectively cure people. En masse. And the counselor goes, that is fascinating. Perhaps we would be able to help with some of those materials for an easier production. And Borealis goes, oh, yeah, of course. That could be great. I would still have to, refine and fine-tune some details, but I'm sure we could get to that very soon. As for, the other gadget, and the counselor goes, indeed, sunlight seems to be what incapacitates and destroys this creature. Perhaps building a larger scale, one of your gadgets, may be enough to fry everything that is down in the sewers. And Borealis goes, right? Yes, I had an idea like that, yeah. My idea was to, make it into a larger scale, but of course it would have to be a little bit different, because normally over here you just press a button, the chemicals mix, and then reaction happens, and the frame is soft enough that it can just, release all the energy and be pretty much harmless. But with a larger amount, maybe we would need a tougher frame to transport all the things, and you can see she goes and rants and rants and rants about like designs and all the variables of what she's talking about. Are you guys doing anything while this is happening?
Well, I guess kind of as like an outside question. Will I have time to talk to the counselor later?
Yeah, I mean, he's there. You can see that they're just rambling and rambling, but yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just take the roleplay route, and I will go to the showers.
Okay.
You all have fun.
What about the rest of the party, though?
When Rexmoa leaves the kind of the quarantine / operating room entirely, I'll briefly ask how he's doing, make sure he's not too affected or not dealing with too much, since you make it know that you're kind of going a different direction now.
Correct.
But other than that, I am going to continue standing around, just scrutinizing the movements and voice of the counselor.
Yeah, as you can tell, they're just having a normal conversation. There is nothing different out of anything like that. As a matter of fact, as the conversation keeps going on, they actually seem to be properly theorizing, not just there is nothing. Oh, how can I word this? There's nothing hostile in the counselor's demeanors or tone at all. But as a matter of fact, you can hear that they are actually putting something together,
I will do my best to listen and understand, but I am sure a lot of it goes over my head. And really, I'm focused more entirely on the reactions of the counselor and not so much what Borealis is saying. So I may as well be not understanding the conversation, except from the couple of words that the counselor says.
Yeah, well, mostly you would be able to hear how Borealis is, giving him a concept of what she's wanting to do, and the counselor is talking about it, and then just, giving actual suggestions and things like that for the sign. And Borealis is like, oh my god, it's kind of noting them down, and they're like, oh my god, but what if we do this and this and this, and maybe if we do that and that, and it's a back and forth on this sort of idea. And, well, if anybody else wants to say or do something in the meantime.
Could, Taurin ask Percy for some portable vials?
Yeah.
That, is there a way that can have the cure portable in those vials? I should ask first before I take that demand.
You know that the cure itself, yes, it does come in a vial, but it has to be injected. I guess you could find a way to do that.
I mean, I'm sure Percy would come around and help me out with that.
And as you move over to Percy, obviously they're all very attentive. Even Rin, who is next to Percy now, they're all on edge, but ready to jump if things go bad. But they're kind of relaxed now that they're seeing the back and forth, and it does seem like the tension in the room has properly vanished. Although there's still that, I don't trust you kind of vibe from everybody.
A little bit of tension.
Of course. Yeah, exactly. And as you obviously go over to Percy and then you tell him your idea, he would tell you that, yeah, we can manufacture some of those to go. But it will take him some time.
That's all right. Thank you, Percy.
Percy would just bow very politely as you. Thank you.
As you doing?
Yeah. Kipper, anything on your end?
So, Ambrose, are you doing anything right now? I mean, like, this isn't me as Kipper, I guess. Dishonor, are you doing anything right now?
I am standing in the room, very closely watching the counselor,
Mhm.
and very much so glaring at him, as I have been from the start.
I'm gonna go over to Ambrose. So two things. I went up to try and catch the counselor, potentially. In a little bit of a lie, I don't know if you've been suspecting it, but I had been suspecting it, that maybe the counselor could have been one of the two saints at some point. But I said Jahan's name, and I called the counselor Jahan, and I only got like a mildly puzzled reaction, not like a full-on reaction. So probably rule out Jahan. That might have been a lot. I'm sorry.
I will continue staring at the counselor, but I will slowly turn my head to look down at you.
Mm.
And I am very much still glaring and say, why would you say that in a meeting like this?
I'm stupid? Potentially. I think I just get a little bit too curious where I forget how it might affect us in the long run, although it didn't seem to bother them very much. Although I think it may have bothered Borealis. I'm not in full sorts, I guess.
I questioned him previously on the same topic, but I worry that the saints can look through him.
I didn't even consider that. Oh, crap. I do have something else I need to tell you. So I did have another dream last night.
Quick aside. The distance between me, Kipper, and then the counselor and Borealis, what is that distance?
Well, what do you want it to be, since you're the one who's just standing there glaring?
True. I kind of imagined myself to be like, not like adjacent to like the exit by any means, but like towards it.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where Borealis and the counselor would have been staying, because I mean I wouldn't want to be adjacent to them.
I think that they're like
glowering.
near one of the desks that we're discussing and looking at plans and stuff. Okay.
Okay.
And you know
this
that
room is more than like 30 feet big, right?
Oh yeah,
Because
no,
it's
this
like
is a
laboratory.
big lab, yes.
Okay, yeah, I would say it on like minimum like 30, 40 feet away then, like probably a bit more. I'd say I'd be closer to the exit than I am them.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
no, as I said, if you guys are that far away, you know that they're conversing. They're really, they're really talking about it. So I would say, you guys are mostly, what's it called? You guys are mostly good to talk about this.
Okay. I will kind of like grab Kipper and kind of like gently pull him not like as far away as possible, but like a bit further away where I feel a little more comfortable whispering and not having to worry about it being heard. But I do want to keep the counselor in my peripherals.
Okay.
So I don't leave the room by any means, but I do create a little bit extra distance and just kind of make it look like we're just having a conversation, you know, far enough away that we're not bothering them.
Right.
And I'll look down at Kipper and say, still glancing up at the counselor, what exactly do you mean? And try not to be too loud.
I won't. I was going to tell you, well, I mean, we didn't really have much of a chance, just considering I woke up late, you two were in battle, and by the time we had to rush back, and I didn't want the civilian to know. It's not that he needs to know that the world is potentially ending. He already just got bit by a rabid mush dog thing. But it's getting harder to see a way forward properly.
You can be honest with me. I already made my vow to you. No matter what occurs in this world, we are brothers even after the end.
I know that. Catsius wants to die. And he wants me to kill him.
I will stare at you for a moment, and then the expression changes to one a bit more aggressive and into like a full-blown scowl. What exactly do you mean by that?
I didn't realize until the dream tonight, him showing me the Titans destroying Mistbell and then the world afterwards, over and over again. I saw it as a threat previously, but I guess it was a warning. And tonight last night, he finally decided to speak to me, and he didn't reveal it until I started asking more questions, but with the Titans existing, this world will end. And I don't know what to do with that. And he revealed that he wanted to die and be set free from this cycle. He said that this isn't the first world, that there were multiple iterations with millions of people before, destroyed by whatever's about to happen. And I asked how I could end it, and he answered by he wants all of the Titans gone. He doesn't want to exist anymore, and I think I focused so much on hating him that I didn't realize how miserable it must be, but I don't think he has any reason to lie. But What am I supposed to do, Ambrose?
As you speak and you explain yourself and you kind of reiterate the dream that you had with Cadzius, looking back up at Ambrose, the energy lines on him have dulled greatly, and once you pose that question, they begin to pulse in a very almost like dark orange, and I am full on scowling at you, the same scowl I gave you before I vowed to you to be your brother.
Mm.
And I will say, quite loudly, I might add,
Oh boy.
did you even think about the consequences that that would bring? That is a terrible, horrid decision.
I know. That's why I wanted to be honest with you. With what
We
happened.
will not do that. Have you... What have we learned so far? The Titans allow the cycle of life to continue. We need them. The world needs them.
So, if you're doing this loudly, I would say
Yes,
that
I
everybody
will
in
do
the
this
room would be able to hear.
Yes, no,
with
yes,
you,
I fully
Taurin,
intend.
obviously, Borealis, the counselor, and Percy. You guys can hear this. To which, obviously, the Borealis and the counselor just stop speaking and then just kind of look at you as you say this.
Kipper's gonna grab Ambrose by the arm and pull him out the door.
I will resist you.
Oh boy.
And Kipper's gonna look at Ambrose and be like, Ambrose, I know you're angry. I did not say I was going to do this. I just told you what I saw in my dream. We do not know if the counselor's on our side. Can we step into the hallway at least?
I refuse to even believe that Cadzius would think that.
And I don't know why all of this is consistently put on me. Not your eye, obviously, just the... It seems that the two options are let the Titans remake our world. We and every living thing dies, but at least something lives.
And what do you think would happen if something happened to a Titan?
I know,
Think
I'm
what
getting
happened
there.
if Vithius disappeared?
Ambrose, I know. I did not say I'm going to do any of this. I recognize what would happen. Very much so. This is why I'm bringing it up to you.
And as you guys notice while you are in conversation, you turn to look over at the rest, and you see the counselor is near you guys, like staring. And once you notice him, he goes, "Is there a problem here?"
Kipper's gonna look at the counselor, just kind of like... His face is a bit twisted right now, and is like, no, not any more than there was this morning. I'll see myself off. And Kipper just kind of quickly makes his way out of the room.
Ambrose, are you doing anything on that?
I will stand and watch Kipper go and look back towards the counselor and say, "It is nothing that concerns the saints."
And the counselor goes, "Perhaps not the saints, but everybody in the room seems to be concerned right now."
And what would a thing bound to the saints care about that for?
And it goes, "I am merely trying to figure out all this talk about world ending proportion.
It is not like a place like Strail would give any care anyway."
Can
Perhaps-
someone
perhaps
just
not.
like make Ambrose stop talking?
Hey,
I'm in the shower. I can't do anything.
Oh,
Yeah, you stormed off. The only people there are Taurin, Rin, and Borealis.
Thor just wants to get out of there. It's getting intense.
I just want to say I made it clear that I am not to be trusted around the counselor and the saints.
That is true.
Or could let out a little stretch and a yawn, going, "Well, I think it's time to call it a night. You think? Go.
It's like
go
2
relax.
p.m.
You know, maybe a cat nap would be good. Yeah, should probably start heading out that way."
and Borealis would go, oh, you know what? That is a lovely idea. And how about? And she just kind of scoots between you and the counselor, and she goes, how about you treat yourselves to some of the fresh food that my assistants are cooking right now, and let me and the counselor here finish up with some design ideas.
Ooh. You guys have fun with that. It sounds great. And Rin, let's go.
So, Rin, are you also going? Oh,
I'll let Greeny type and then
yeah.
I'll see what
Don't
Ambrose
show
says.
water. Rin's gonna walk over to Ambrose, give him an elbow jab on the side, and she goes, Rock Boy, out of here now. And then she would go with Taurin.
A little bit of a flash with, everyone kind of saying something.
Mhm.
Especially with Borealis. I will look at the counselor one more time and say, I made myself clear to you before. I need not repeat myself. And I will nod towards Borealis, and I will say, I apologize for interrupting your discussion. Only to Borealis. I do not look to the counselor when I say that part.
Okay. And Borealis goes, "Oh no, you're fine. Wait, why don't you go and follow the ladies, and we can talk about it later. How about that?"
Yes, I will try to cool myself down.
Good. So I will see you later once all of this is done. And you have some fun.
And I will scowl at the counselor once more, and I will slowly move towards the exit door.
Yeah. So you guys all exit, and Borealis and Percy stay with the counselor right there.
I
Mhm.
go to the garden and the gravestone of Viren.
Okay. Interesting, but before that, as you guys are out, Rin would like stop all three of you,
Okay.
and and she goes,
And by the way, Kipper's not there.
"All right, you exited first, so it will be
Yeah, I'm pretty far gone.
okay." Interesting. So it would be only Taurin and Ambrose, and Rin would say, "I should grow dandelion out of your noses."
Huh? Why dandelions?
What to do?
I
She goes,
grimace down at
"Allergies."
Ren. And I mutter, I am sorry.
What was that all about, even?
An assumption that one of the Titans wants to die.
Well, that's a bit selfish. That's one Titan, though.
Rin goes, "It's fine." Wait, what?
I will be shown to make sure Kipper explains later.
Yeah. Be good to hear from his words. The words from his own mouth, I mean. There we go.
Rin says, "I think you'll need to cool down. Come back for dinner. Maybe we can all talk then."
I gotta go return a book anyways. I'm gonna go for a little walk. Feel free to join.
I will move past without any more utterances towards the garden and whatever the actual part of the house is called. There's a certain name that I can't think of for some reason.
The house.
Is it like
Yeah, that part.
the attic? I mean,
Like
there's
the courtyard?
I
The
guess it's a
courtyard.
courtyard.
Thank you. That's the
yeah.
word I was looking for.
You're welcome.
like outside.
Yeah, so you would go to the inner courtyard. Obviously, you know where it is. You know where the grave is and everything. And as for you, Taurin, you would go with Rin to get a book. I'm assuming in the library.
Return a book.
To return the book. Sorry, in the library.
We had taken a book.
Rin,
We had rented a book.
and
We didn't
Rin,
take. We rented a book.
That is true. And Rin would say to Taurin, "And I thought ladies were emotional."
Yeah.
Am I right?
Am I right?
Oh,
I am flabbergasted at you.
can always be proved wrong, I guess. I don't know. That's intense emotions, though.
Oh, that's funny.
I think he needs some tea
So
to
Rin
help cool him
says,
down.
Rin says, I'm too used to Percy, and echoes, no emotion whatsoever.
Well, Ambrose has been very passionate about most things the whole trip, so it's not a surprise to me. But he was pretty loud that time.
Rin goes, I was surprised, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Probably not the best conversation to have at that point. Makes me wonder, though, why does the Titan want to just give up like that, you know?
Rin goes, probably, yeah. I think it's something you'll have to talk about together, since you've been traveling together.
Yeah. Maybe when I get back. Still early in the day, right? So maybe a dinner discussion? I don't know. Lots happened, it seems. Everyone seems really stressed. Makes, of course, with everything going on, it makes sense, but...
Rin goes, yeah, they can use a cool head like yours and the old man's.
Not always cool-headed with things. She remembers the incident with Zarjo and the explosion that she threw a while back.
That is fair, that is fair.
Divine light.
Take this! And Taurin will follow along.
Yeah, well, the library that you guys see, well, it's pretty much the study right outside of the laboratory. If you recall, the study comes first, then it has a passage towards the laboratory, and, it's the same study that you guys have been. There's a lot of, it's a lot of books. You see like a very, very, well-stocked, set of bookshelves in there. Obviously, you see the portrait of the family and like the desk full of papers that never seems to like get rid of these papers, and a lot of other things in there.
To come by and really look at some of these books. Maybe there's some like new herbs and stuff that I haven't known. I tried to say.
And Rin points over to one of the ladders that are in there, and she goes, you can use that to climb. It moves around as well. You see that the ladder itself is kind of automated, and it will move. It has like a set of wheels and stuff.
Ooh. Taurin kind of poke it at first. Then, maybe she'll do like a bell from Beauty and the Beast. La! No, I'm teasing. Yeah, you know what? Not saying, thinking. We're doing that. Here to return a book. So she will take the book out of her satchel, of course, and she would probably go to the librarian after that point. And so I'm here for a return.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like an actual library. This is like the House Trishul like study, where she has all her books.
So
this is where you took the book from. Like, this is her study.
Right. So I guess Rin would be the question. So is it alphabetical or numerical?
Oh boy. Knowing Borealis, it would be both, actually.
Oh
Even Rin says, I'll let the robots take care of that.
no! That's a good idea. And she'll just put it on one of the tables nearby instead. Here. They'll get this.
Yeah, you can see like everything is very organized, except for the desk. The desk is just a mess of like parchments, like sheets of paper with some stuff in them and books and stuff like that. Rin says, I ain't gonna remember the orders. I just read it and leave it.
Kind of makes it easy for sticky fingers to kind of take what they want, though. You know, just saying.
Damn, you guys are stealing Borealis. That's just rude.
Sorry,
At least
she's red.
this
We're
time,
borrowing.
at least this time they have Rin's permission.
Right?
You know what? Fair.
That
That is very rude. Also, I almost choked on my drink. That's why I got a little silent. I was struggling.
Don't do that.
Rexmoa, have you returned that book yet?
I thought I did. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bryn took it
No,
back
that
from
is
me.
yeah. He took it back.
Is that what
Exactly.
happened? I don't remember. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, this is a
thought-
completely separate book from the library,
This
but
is a book. Apparently,
from the
I-
outside
Right,
library.
right,
Right,
because
yeah,
you
this
guys,
book belongs
you
to
guys
the-
did get that book exactly. And
I
Rin
remember the
says,
library.
Rin
In
says,
the
you could do the same. Just remember to put it on the table. We do have the book she has recorded, so the robots keep track.
Okay. Well. Hmm.
And all right, so pretty much the party is all split up right now. Rexmoa has just taken a nice, relaxing bath. In the bathhouse that Lady Borealis has in her manor.
Yeah, it's a long bath.
Exactly, a very, very long bath. Kipper, what are you going to be doing?
Kipper is not here. Kipper's call back another time. Kipper's he's brooding in a hard to find place.
Interesting. Yeah, Rin is gonna nod her head and she says, I'm gonna go check out on my friend. You can stay here as long as you want. They will tell us when it's dinner time. And Ambrose, you're going to go into the grave of Vieren, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you guys are all in your own separate places. Spirits are low at the moment. And, everybody seems to be having a rough time.
Rexmoa is fine. He's bathing.
Rexmoa is fine.
He's in his element.
Exactly. Taurin is also fine, just kind of reading about things.
Books.
Exactly. But still, the party's split nonetheless. So you guys take a moment to think about everything. You get over, you think everything over. It's a bit of a... It's a long time. Until eventually things are going to... Time has passed. And... Oh, wait, hang on. Interesting. Time has passed. And whoever is able to see it, they would see the council leaving the manor. obviously accompanied by Percy, Borealis, and Rin, as they, say goodbye to the counselor in the entrance, and the counselor just goes on his own way. Borealis, Rin, and Percy would go inside and then, just kind of do their own things until dinner would be served. This is a very quiet time in the manor. As usual, you guys would be talking, doing some random stuff, but now everything is a little bit gloomy. Eventually, dinner time would come by, and whoever is still inside the manor would be recalled for food. Obviously, Taurin, you would be approached by a little robot. Same with Ambrose, and somebody would knock on the door in the bath if Rexmoa is still there and stuff like that.
Rexmoa just spends all day in the bath.
I mean, he is a lizard.
He is a lizard. He can 100% do that.
Yeah, but he also likes eating food.
That is
I call
true.
bluff.
Well, he's in his element. He's fine then. He's,
Well, that's
alright.
what I'm
He's
saying.
gonna come out the bath to eat food.
Well, that's what I'm
Right
saying.
right back.
Rexmoa fills the bath to the brim and then floats around with just his head like an alligator.
My happy place.
That's very
I
funny.
like that.
That is very funny. Yeah, so eventually...
Rexmoa has no idea anything has happened.
Yeah. You were
He
just
did miss all
taking
the
a bath.
drama.
Exactly. So, you guys would reconvene in the dinner hall, I guess, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty. Kipper, are you out of sight of everybody?
Yes, I am not eating tonight.
Okay, interesting. So, all of you three would see that, obviously, Kipper is not there.
Where's the lad? Has anyone called for them? Are they sleeping, perhaps?
This is when Taurin will look at Ambrose with a raised eyebrow, going,
Tell me, did you all do anything about the counselor? Are they trapped in the basement?
I saw him leaving while I was in the courtyard.
I see. Well,
I
wishful
ignored
thinking, really.
Taurin. In fact, I specifically look away from Taurin.
She notices and goes, oh. Big sister. Oh, I see.
I avoid your look.
We should go see if he wants to eat, of course.
Yeah,
Right,
we can all find them. Let's go check in their room, or perhaps every room. Is the food out yet?
I would say that as you're being called in, yes, the food would be being served at the moment.
Oh, well. I feel like it would be rude if we didn't, enjoy it while it's still hot, and then we can see if we can find Kipper.
I don't know. It doesn't feel right eating without him. She'll take a little bread roll, and she'll that's probably hot and steamy, right?
Yeah. The food is just, very, very, very fresh, recently cooked, and something that you guys see, obviously, Borealis and Rin would go and take their places, and they would start eating it, and Percy would be around, and as you guys are wondering about Kipper, Percy would say, "I have not seen Mr. Kipper. I have searched around, but he is not around inside of the manor."
Perhaps he went for a walk, cleared his head. A lot's been happening lately. Taurin got attacked by some sparrows. It was quite unfortunate.
I'll look out the windows.
Well, where are you, Kipper?
Kipper, we are
I
reaching
told
out
you
to
in the
you
DMs.
from the
I mean, yeah, but
ether.
we gotta tell us here.
There's a little bit of a thing in the DMs that would like reveal where I am.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry, I did not see that last bit. Um.
Blind. You drink too much.
So, if anybody would try and search for Kipper, at some point in time, you guys would feel a little bit of an oppressive sensation coming from one of the windows leading to the outside. This would be, I'm assuming, after food, because, you know.
Also, if you guys checked the rooms, the blanket that Kipper brought into Ambrose's room is no longer in Ambrose's room. Just side detail.
You store Ambrose's blanket too.
No, only Kipper's.
But you slept in the same room.
We did sleep in the same room,
He
but
did
I brought
bring
my
his
own
blanket, too.
blanket. I brought
I
it
do
like a
specifically
cape.
recall that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Infer with that information what you would like.
I opt to not eat.
Oh wow, okay.
So we feel a presence at the window.
It is an oppressive, like, sensation around one of the windows that it has been left open. Yes.
Rexmoa tries to play it cool. Like, he notices this, and then he'll be eating, but he's also gonna use his summon bird to see what the heck is going on out there.
The
without,
bird
you
is
know, disturbing dinner
very.
time.
The bird is very fast to find that Kipper is on the roof of the manor. He's got his little blanket and he's just chilling there.
I'm not wearing my blanket.
But you have it though, right?
I put it back in my room.
Oh, okay. You put it
And
back
I'm
in your room.
definitely not chilling.
And he is definitely not chilling.
Mm.
Oh.
Mhm.
But there's okay, so I'm gonna drop it here. This happens when Kipper isn't doing too good.
Correct.
He's exuding smoke.
Yes,
God,
actually,
he's
I was
smoking on the roof.
Yes,
Oh,
Very,
snap.
very juvenile.
very,
No,
very
he's, like, just
juvenile.
straight up coughing up like smoke coming out his ear holes, coming out
Dissolving
his
that sticky icky.
sticky icky.
But yeah, exactly. What the bird would see is obviously, it would be able to see Kipper on the roof, and it would see like not a cloud per se, but there is smoke surrounding him. A very odd looking smoke.
Kipper would see the bird, and then just kind of sneak around the corner to like a little just kind of like book it to a corner, a different part of the route. I'm assuming that there's different like easements and then little Cape Cods and stuff like that.
Yeah. However, this is a bird in flight. It's going to be very difficult to avoid.
Oh,
no!
I
he died.
think he was unable to hear. I heard him say like hello.
I did not
Hi.
catch that.
Can you
yeah.
hear us now?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. If you're
Kipper?
talking, we can't hear you.
Hey, Bip Bip.
Did Beep Beep die?
It's okay.
So what's everyone else doing at the dinner table? Is there anyone else other than us?
I mean, at Borealis and Rin, obviously, and Percy. They're just chilling, eating.
I wanted to take a bun up to Kipper.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's what I wanted to have Taurin do, anyways. But since he's not in
Oh,
his room,
Rin has echoes, yes. Yeah.
Wait,
yes,
Echoes
Seth-
is at the dinner table?
Oh,
Echo?
yeah, exactly.
Does
though-
Echo stare at Rexmoa?
I'm sitting diametrically opposite.
yeah,
Like, opposite side of the table, further side of the table.
You are in this like the polar opposite of where Echoes would be sitting.
Uh-huh.
Because yes,
But
you
I still-
would see the broken down
Is Lady
robot.
Borealis sitting next to Rin?
Yes.
Alright, I'll yell across the table and I'll ask, "Hello, Lady Borealis? What happened to the counselor?"
And she goes, "Oh, well, we talked about the design of a bigger sun flash, and I believe we're all on board."
Can you say that louder or come closer?
And suddenly in your mind you hear the words as she starts casting a spell of sending.
Mhm.
And you hear, "Oh, well, we talked to the counselor about the new and improved larger version of the Sunflash, and I believe we are aboard, and well, he has agreed to not only help us build it, but he also wants to get rid of this threat with us."
Oh. That's awfully suspicious. I didn't realize we were on the same side when it comes to this type of thing.
Is Rexmoa still speaking aloud?
Yeah, Rexmoa is speaking aloud, but she's getting a
Yeah,
message.
it looks like I'm just like talking to myself. Yeah.
It's just the way you were speaking, but it seemed like you were still talking aloud.
Yes, and because he's at the other side of the table, and you would see, the broken down robot every once in a while just kind of glares at you.
To be completely honest, my idea was that we simply find where God, what was the original? Was it
Stratagem,
Mary, the
Power
monster?
Nay.
The
May.
Zarjo? May. Yeah. My idea was that we could find May too and simply blow up the part of the upper district above it and let the sunlight flow in. But that's good too.
Again, the message in your mind. Could you come closer so we can have a proper conversation, maybe?
Can I talk to you in private? Can I talk to you in private?
I'm sure that is we could do that, but is there a problem why we cannot discuss this with the rest of the party?
Is Percy here?
Yes, he is.
Percy, can you come over here, Percival?
Yeah, the robot just walks over to you.
Could you tell Lady Borealis that I don't feel quite safe being in close proximity to that side of the table?
And Percy,
Something specific.
Percy very obediently goes and tells him that. And Borealis stands up and walks over to your side of the table.
Also,
Thank you, Lady
I'm
Borealis.
phone. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. Well, we can pick up your side of the story in a bit.
Later.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. So yeah, Borealis stands up and goes over to your side of the table, and she goes, I don't understand why, but I am here. And Rin also
thank you.
says, I can hear you.
Thank you for accommodating my request. I mean, I don't mean to spread, slander, but I did have an encounter with Echoes where he may have stated something along the lines of he wanted to asphyxiate me until I was dead. So I don't quite feel comfortable being close to them, even though they only have one arm. I'm
Oh,
afraid what they can do with that.
yeah, they could probably kill you. I'm going to be completely honest. So yeah, that is a valid concern. Should have started with that.
Oh, I didn't want to say it directly to his face. I was afraid that it might, increase their desire to wrap their robot hand around my lizard neck and kill me.
Oh, don't worry. If he would want to, he would do it.
Oh.
I don't know if that's encouraging or not. But anyways, yeah, what is it that you wanted to tell me?
Oh, I simply wanted to discuss the presence of the counselor and what are our opinions on them, and the whole debacle about this plague and the upper district and the upper district's relationship with the saints and the nobles and whatever they're scheming. Who do we think is on whose side in all this?
To be completely honest, at this point I am very confused as to who is in which side. But the counselor did want us to join him in, well, removing this creature.
Mm. And do we trust them?
Well, they have been very useful so far, and they even willing to help me with the design of a larger sunflash, so I would say so. Of course, if they were not to be trusted, then I guess that it's not going to go well for us, but I believe we can overcome. And besides, we should be prepared in case anything like that were to happen.
I'm just trying to think about if this is furthering that plot that we discovered during the charity ball, and I'll just look over to Ambrose and Taurin to see if they have anything they would like to contribute to this conversation as well. Even though I know Ambrose moved away, so...
Well, I was gonna say, I was moving away while you had, started to talk, so I imagine I'm kind of, walking around you at the moment.
Yes.
So, that, brief moment as I'm walking around, I'll just kind of... God, my voice, what is going on?
Don't worry, it was also choking as well.
Okay. As I kind of, move around, I'll... a little quietly just kind of say... I do believe Vithius mentioned there would be redemption for the counselor. I am not exactly content with working with him, but Vithius did say that everyone serves their purpose. And then I will continue walking past.
Well then, my heart is at ease. I kind of feel bad that I thought about, crushing their head or removing the stratagem from their body or electrocuting them. But, if Vithius vouches for, the character of this counselor, well then, that's more than good enough for me.
Oh, you guys are definitely something. And now I can see why Echoes wanted to, and she makes a choking gesture.
I don't see how that has anything to do with anything.
Taurin just be sipping on her drink over there in silence,
Well, you'll have to excuse my outside perspective on the matter, but to be completely honest, if I had any suspicion that, slaying this thing would, contribute to the plans of the saints and the shadow druids and House Aaron, I am more than content in, well, letting it fester down below in the sewers. The enemy of my enemy and all that.
Well, see, that is the interesting detail. I certainly don't believe that destroying this thing is going to be beneficial for the Saints. As a matter of fact, I felt some sort of desire to get rid of this. I think that whatever we may be doing, this would switch things in our favor. Or potentially that could anger the Saints a lot more, and I think we can all understand how that may end. But I ask you, actually, if worse comes to worse and you have to face the Saints, do you think you're ready?
Ask Ambrose. That going to be a very certain response.
I mean, ready in what sense, my lady? When it comes to, well, the act of doing the deed of combat, I'm not quite sure, in all honesty. I mean, the Saints have yet to, well, display any real, I suppose, ability when it comes to the magical or the physical, but, the clever bird tends to hide its talons until it actually needs to use them. So we would be remiss to underestimate them. I will say that, above all, I think the thing that we should really be concerned about is, well, the social structure of this place. I mean, the only reason why we're even here is thanks to your help, Lady Borealis, and our, well, so-called status as heroes. Otherwise, we wouldn't even really have a chance to even collect any information up here.
Well, that is why I wanted you closer. This is all part of our plan, and when it comes to matters of Port Strail, oh, don't worry, leave that to me, and, well, I guess once justice is served, we will deal with that. But for now, I think that the best thing we can focus on is what is going to happen with this creature, and, of course, with the Saints. If the information that we have gathered is correct, there is definitely something that they are planning in that command tower. But I cannot risk all of you going in there just yet. I believe that if the counselor is giving us this opportunity to do this is maybe because he believes we can, or perhaps believes that the Saints can. Whatever the case is, I think it's something we should take.
Do you think we could perhaps turn things around even and use this creature to our advantage? I mean, I would assume the waterways go, well, everywhere, unless the Saints are that forward-thinking to have their own separate sewer system.
They're CSOs.
I doubt that the Saints would want anything other than to destroy this creature, really. I don't really see how we could control such a organism. You saw it's very violent, and, well, the spread rate is very alarming as well. If something, I think it would be good to just get rid of it. If it already caused so much trouble in the lower city, and it is now showing its faces into the upper city, I think best thing would be to neutralize it, because it sounds to be like the most immediate. And who knows? As I mentioned, this may open the doors to the command tower for all of you.
Mhm.
That's Taurin.
My thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your thoughts, Taurin. You.
I think
Are you still thinking about Kipper?
I really want to get this to Kipper.
What is this? Are you like is
He has a
Taurin
little
holding
a little
anything?
A little
button.
plate of food
Fun,
that she was
yeah.
making the whole time while everyone was talking. And she's like, nodding. Yeah, totally.
Okay. Well, if that's on your mind, and well, perhaps we should fold Kipper into this situation. I've actually figured out where he is, and well, if you like, the food can get a head start, or we can all go along together, maybe. I will say, and then I kind of like huddle with Borealis and Taurin. I'm not sure how aware you all are of this condition of his. I've seen it once before while we were fighting against, well, the first iteration of that creature and Zarjo, but he appears to be smoking.
Smoking?
Very not good for a child of his age. You know, still developing, I think.
Oh.
Well,
I thought, well, I don't really like the smell of tobacco in my house, but I mean, that's what he does.
Even though I will say it is a lot of smoke, and I fear this might be more, supernatural in origin.
okay.
But I don't think we should discount, we shouldn't shame drug use, but still, something worth talking about.
Right,
Well-
right.
We can talk about it, I guess, when we get up there and see. We'll ask him and actually get a better, I guess, idea of what's going on up there instead of just assuming that's what it's, that's what's going on. That's what I'll go with.
Okay, then. Well, if everyone's done, perhaps we can go do that. And my bird companion is gonna like swoop in and just like grab a dinner roll real quick and just drop it off to Kipper while we're, I suppose, on our way or doing all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
Taurin will
mean-
add in saying that she would agree with what's going on so far, as far as
Yeah.
like plans go.
I mean, you already know where Kipper is, so you guys can probably find him pretty easily.
Is Ambrose coming along?
Yeah, Ambrose.
Looking towards Ambrose, I will glance up at you guys and say, I need to collect my thoughts a bit more. I don't wish to yell at him again.
Hey, no problem. I believe they're on the roof, so if you feel like you yourself are ready, then you can meet us all there.
Yeah. Maybe bring a treat or two. Along with you, Something sweet that Kipper would like. Just food for thought.
All right, then I will do just that, maybe. So, I think you all need to go and talk to your companion then, and then we can discuss things further.
Yes.
Indeed. I have some questions I'd like to ask him.
When did he get into this smoking habit? Oh well. We
I
can
know.
figure it out.
Oh,
That
that's
and
good.
a few other things too. Yes, indeed.
It's alright, let's be gentle on the poor lad.
Yeah, so you guys are going to pretty much pause your dinner to just grab a plate of food and then go and try to,
Yeah.
get to Kipper, correct?
Yeah, but the bird is going. Yeah, like a biscuit's gonna like fall on their head, or like a dinner roll is gonna like fall on their head.
Okay. So you use the bird to actually just drop this food, correct?
Yes, because I think it probably can't get too close. I would imagine, without the smoke doing something terrible to poor old Oris Jr.
I mean, it is very close to him. It's pretty much just around him. But yes, if pretty much will take damage if you stand on this fog for a little bit too long. But it's not something that,
Can Rexmoa hear through his bird?
Correct. Yes, he can.
Yes, I could.
He can hear and
But
see.
I have to be actively like observing through it. Essentially,
Ah,
I can't
exactly.
do it passively.
Mhm.
So, as the food is put down by the bird, Kipper would just go,
Not right now. Please.
This is quite an yeah, so I guess like in the meanwhile, I would say to is it just Taurin with me?
I thought Ambrose went, correct?
Did Empress come?
No,
I thought
am
Ambrose
not with
didn't
right now.
come.
Oh,
I
okay.
am
So it
not
is
with
you and
currently.
okay. So it is you and
I am-
Taurin, yes.
Yeah, I'm still with Rin and Echoes at the moment.
Okay. I would look at Taurin and tell her this is gonna be a tough one.
That's
but-
alright.
I think we've faced down worse.
Yeah.
Also, don't get too close to him while he's smoky.
Don't. Okay.
Yeah, do not. Unless you want to find out why you shouldn't.
Sorry. Thing keeps falling over.
Inhale is the good stuff. Oh wait, it's actually bad stuff.
Torin would be
Actually
like,
very
I
bad
had no
stuff.
idea he was even a smoker to begin with.
Yeah,
He's so young.
Yeah, I guess there's just something you don't want to tell people that you know and trust about new changes in your life, but that's okay. We just got to trust them.
Kipper's ears are itchy,
Must be the stress.
but like
must
in
be.
an annoying way.
It's because of all the smoking you're doing.
The smoking. It
Everyone
is the
is-
smoking.
Dun
No.
dun dun.
So yeah, let's just keep making our way over.
Yeah,
well, come on up.
you guys can make your way over there. I mean, as I said, you guys already know where Kipper is, so you can just get there in a few minutes. Not even
Then,
a couple minutes at most.
Is he around the corner over here?
You would
He's,
know
like,
that
on the
as you
ceiling.
correct. You would know that the Kipper is. He came out of a window. Who came out of a window and then climbed onto the roof of the manor.
Okay. Because then Torin would like have the plate of food and come around the corner so where Kipper can kind of see it and go, "Are you hungry?"
As Taurin would look at Kipper, Kipper would turn around and his eyes would kind of be like when you shine the lights into the eyes of like a dog or a deer at night. That's what Kipper's eyes look like right now. I'm
Mhm.
assuming it's darker outside.
It's evening, yeah.
Oh. Little saucer pools. Seen those before. Doesn't face her
What?
any.
Why are you here?
Because you're not coming down to eat supper. We're all worried about you.
Just thought you would be a little hungry.
Yeah, I think I will be, just not right now. You shouldn't get too close, by the way. It's kind of embarrassing.
Oh yeah?
There's nothing to be embarrassed about, lad. That's just a part of growing up, I think.
Part of growing up. What do you mean not get too close? I'm confused.
I mean, I'm not a Harangon. I don't really know what they go through. Let's just not be judgmental toward.
I'm not.
This-
I'm just curious.
This isn't something that Harengon just do, by the way.
Is it?
It's just something that happens if I get overwhelmed past
Mhm.
couple years.
Are
We're
we
listening.
overwhelming you right now?
Kind of everything is overwhelming me right now.
Yes, I can see that. We've been through a lot over these past few days. You know, the past few weeks, really. You know, now that I think about it, we've just been going through things every day since I've met you all.
Indeed.
It's not really the adventure or the danger or it's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is it the Titans, by chance?
I mean, it's usually the Titans. I'm assuming you heard some of what was said.
Not entirely. Just mostly Ambrose shouting and freaking out, pretty much.
Oh, Ambrose was shouting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You missed that, by the way. Yeah.
Why'd
You
that
must go-
happen?
I don't know. Something happened over there, and these two were having a little spat earlier.
I wouldn't call that a spat.
I don't know. You said something and it triggered Ambrose, so... What... Do you mind me asking what it is you said? That made him react like that?
He told me that... Well, he asked that I be honest from now on, and I just told him that I had another dream last night, and I expected a different reaction. Whether that was foolish of me or not, I'm not sure if I'm in the right mind to go over it right now.
Dreams are... and can be interpreted differently, depending on the meaning.
Not in this case.
Well, you can tell us about this dream. Perhaps we could offer a differing perspective.
Yeah, have a little roll, and she'll like slide the plate over a little closer to Kipper.
Yeah. You know, he takes his quarterstaff and slides it like a little slightly even further to Kipper.
I made the mistake to ask too many questions during the dream.
Are
I mean, you do tend to ask a lot of questions.
Oh.
I do. Cadsius was there.
Oh.
I saw his full form. And I just kept asking what would happen in certain scenarios, and he revealed everything. Or, well, most things. He... If Crenia forms, it doesn't fix things. They split again. The world ends. And Cadsius kept asking me to kill him.
Well, I can see how that could be stressful.
That is very What a jerk.
I know, right?
That fire spider is a jerk.
That's not how I see it.
You know, he's only one Titan. That's what that Titan wants, not what all the Titans want. You know?
I just don't see he acts as, or it acts as, a force of nature. I don't see any reason for it to be disingenuous, but I feel like I sensed it was constantly in pain. This isn't the first time that the Titans destroyed the world, and I asked how many times it had happened before, and Catsius said that it had lost count. There's no way that there weren't heroes before us that tried to form Crenia. So, why hasn't this stopped?
They formed the Crania. All the previous ones have done this before, right?
If they have, then why did the world still end?
It couldn't be the ending that
I
you're
can-
thinking of either. It could be a different kind of beginning. Not exactly world ending. Just a
It's
change.
the end of all living things. And then Vithius recreates people, I guess. And so far, Vithius seems so kind, and Aurus seems so kind. I haven't really heard anything about Ixis yet, except for what Rexmoa has told me, so I trust that he's probably kind too. Catsius just seems done. And Catsius seems convinced that the cycle won't end unless the Titans are dead. And I don't see that ending well either. And I think when I said what Catsius said, Ambrose assumed that I was going to destroy all the Titans. Which, being me-shaped, I don't think I'm really capable of that.
I see why such a conundrum would drive you and Ambrose, well, to be rather sullen lately. It's not exactly a fun thing to be sitting on. And, well, I don't really have a solid answer to your question, lad, but all I can say is that, well, just because someone's telling the truth doesn't mean they're necessarily correct. I mean, these Titans, well, they may have created everything and created us and gave us free will in accordance to their own plan, but, well, I would say, after getting to know Oris a little bit, that, well, I don't really think there's a being in this universe that knows everything, and that Catsius, well, for all their power, might be placing their hopes in you more than anything.
I think Catsius just wants things to end. It showed me that even though the cycle of destruction ends if all the Titans pass away, I don't think there would be a generation after ours, or not many generations anyway. The sea turns grey, the land turns grey, the winds become stale, and the warmth and the planet fades.
The lore says they were all part of Crenia, right?
Yeah,
So, oh, go ahead.
but why? There isn't a way that there were opportunities before to form Crenia. To simply put, why is Crenia? It's either Crenia forms and then decides to split again. What is the reason Crenia even split in the first place? Does Crenia not want to exist?
Lad, I don't mean to shut you down on this one, but you're asking questions that have been the debate for hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years.
I don't
I know that
assume
you,
guys have questions or answers to these. I'm sorry, it's all rhetorical. It's too much, and Ambrose, I don't know.
I get Ambrose's anger in regards to, of course, not wanting everything to end, to protect everything. That's his vow that he took, correct?
But why is it directed at me?
Maybe he's trying to lead you astray. Think of
No. No. It doesn't matter what Catsius told me. I didn't say I was going along with him.
Right.
It felt as if Ambrose... I don't know. I think I'm done with this topic. I'll come down eventually.
Okay.
I think Ambrose is going, well, through his own little, how you say, crisis of identity, perhaps. This is his home, after all. And
It's not his identity crisis this time. You guys can leave.
Well, only if you promise you're going to eat something before the next time we see each other, at least.
And try not to think too hard on us. And don't get too stuck in your head, okay?
It's too late. I'll eat. Thank you for checking on me.
Kip.
Water's blessings, Kip. And I will exit the rooftop.
Taurin will kind of linger behind just a little bit longer, looking at Kip. Please, don't give up hope, okay? We'll find a way. And then she'll leave. Go ahead. Say it.
Oh, I just thought... I just thought Ambrose would trust me at this point. And then Kipper would just grab the food and kind of slink away to a different corner of the roof.
Fair. So, you guys return inside of the manor. What are you guys going to do?
March right back down to Ambrose. No, I'm teasing.
I mean, you could very well.
I was thinking we return to the dining room.
That's it.
Probably.
I am still there, actually, so...
Perfect!
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone.
No, boy. Someone's gonna die.
What's
Yeah.
Cassius?
So,
Have fun.
you return back to the dining room, you would see that obviously the Borealis and Rin had finished their food. Rin has a lot more on her plate, so she's still eating. And there is Echoes having a conversation with Ambrose at the.
Well, we managed to track him down. He was on the roof. Not very happy, mind you, but at least we saw him eat a little bit. I don't really think it's the type of situation that can be resolved. He's at the stage in his life where he's asking, the purpose of existence and, if there's a point in continuing in a doomed world. Just things that happen when you grow up. I think they'll be okay eventually.
That's just me as a player.
I look up at you, kind of silent.
So,
Right.
how are all of you? Have you been able to enjoy dinner, Rin and Echoes?
Echoes is just glaring at you.
Is Echoes on right now? I haven't really heard them talk. Well, they told me that they're always on, so probably.
I was speaking with him.
Hmm.
Oh. Well, that's
What are
okay.
you guys
I guess
talking about?
I guess we don't have to speak with each other.
Rin says he can't eat and he's not gonna talk to you. She's like eating a bunch of like desserts.
You know what? Fair.
I was
What did you do?
talking about the Adair Cliff Orphanage with Echoes. We both hail from that orphanage.
Oh,
And
solidarity.
Echoes would turn his head over to Ambrose and he goes, "So it seems we do."
I do not remember much of you back then. Momentary glances when I was too focused on the younger siblings. I am glad that you left the orphanage before I did.
I had to.
You had a courage that I did not gain until someone pulled me out.
It was not courage. It was rage.
Perhaps I would have been the same if Viren didn't appear.
And he stays silent for a moment, but then he replies, "I lived on the streets for a while, until I was found and brought here."
I glance at Rin and Borealis. I am glad that you left. Glad that you lived and found someone.
You can say they found. It took a while to trust in both. But now I realize they aren't that bad.
I'll look up at the ceiling.
Rin says, yeah, well, you know, I'm kind of hard to leave once you know me.
Because of your ability to find people in whatever situation they're in, even if they think they're safe from you.
Because I am nice.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Torn will choke
Just,
on
you
a piece
know,
of bread.
A little inquiry.
But the other thing, too.
I'm sorry that we were never able to properly talk before. Perhaps both of our escapes would have been smoother.
I am sure that if I would have stayed, many would have died.
I am unsure of what Rin and Borealis has told you since you had returned, but that orphanage is no more. And once we see everything through here, and everything with Crenia, and the Court of Fire, I will return, and I will create a new orphanage. One that will educate the children, teach them to be safe, teach them love and comfort that the land should give them. I won't allow the walls of Strail to imprison them anymore.
Good. And if we hear the story repeats itself, we will be coming for you.
Well, I refuse to let anything like that ever happen again. But if that does occur, I'll count on you.
Maybe. If I survive this.
So, Lady Rin, it appears that Ambrose and Ekos have like a begrudging respect thing going on. Is that what Ekos and I have as well?
You hear the turning of the head as he glares at you.
Should really get some oil on that thing.
That's so bad.
Echoes points at you, Rexmoa. If I ever get my body back, you better run.
I'm pretty good at that. Thank you for the forewarning. And in my defense, I was merely precautioning against a potential visit from the counselor, which did end up happening, mind you. So I would like to think that I was simply, extending the courtesy to my new acquaintance Echoes.
Oh.
And Rin says, "You put a tarp on my friend?"
I think that's a gross oversimplification of the situation.
And Rin goes, "Yes, but he is a real guy. Next time, just leave it to me."
Okay. I will acknowledge the feedback and follow it thusly.
Rexmoa, have you apologized yet for doing this?
I wasn't aware that it was something that I had to apologize over.
Maybe you should try and apologize, and maybe he won't be so spicy next time.
All right, Echoes, I would like to apologize for putting a tarp over your head. Will you forgive me?
Maybe.
In due time. In due time.
Maybe
Who has to not threaten to strangle people?
If it's any consolation, I'm sure Rexmoa will work with me and Rin to ensure that your body is returned to you.
Yeah. And then you can all go out for drinks later. Because that'd be a great idea instead of chasing each other down, you think?
Amazing idea. Amazing idea, Taurin.
Yes. Yeah.
And Echoes goes, "I appreciate it, but I don't want to get my hopes up."
High hopes.
We managed to find you in the first place. We are continuing to learn more about the Saints and this project. I'm sure that things will be set right.
And Rin says, "Hey, we have to. We're gonna get your body back. We have to." And Echoes goes, "Maybe. But if it doesn't happen, I will not stay a machine."
What is?
Rin says, "I am not turning you off." And Echoes replies with, "You won't have to."
You know, Echoes, Viren, my father figure. When I joined with this group, I had decided that I was going to try and kill him if I had to stop the rot of his mind. And when I arrived in Straeon and found him, there was worry. He wasn't exactly himself. But I had Rexmoa, Taurin, Kipper, and she to provide for me. I didn't have to worry about turning my blade on him, simply on the evil that surrounded him. And I was able to ease him the way I wanted to. There will be another way for you as well. We will find it.
Remember, where there's a will, there's a way. Just saying. Got this far. Gotta keep holding on to that hope, right?
If only Kipper was here.
Yeah. I wish you would stop smoking on the roof already.
Yes. Well, there's nothing we can do about it aside from wait until he's ready to talk about his smoking habit.
Yeah.
Kipper
and
is. If Kipper knew that you guys thought he was smoking, he would be actually yelling pissed at you.
Good thing he's
if you-
not here.
Well,
if
he's not
you
here.
guys mentioned that while you were on the roof, he would have blown up at you.
Yeah,
Good
but
thing
he's
you
not
did
here,
it.
so we're kind of
You
chill.
should have. You should have and seen what happened.
Maybe next
I
time.
don't want to see what happens.
I'll test it out next time.
What do you mean, smoking?
Oh, he's been like emitting smoke, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a Harengon thing, but I'm fairly certain it's a Cadzius thing.
He literally told you on the roof that it's not a Harengon thing.
Good thing he's not here.
We're gonna be like,
It's almost like I could hear him right now.
That is not a normal bodily function.
That's
for
not
most
be
mammals.
judgmental, Ambrose.
Judgmental.
You know, Ambrose, he probably wouldn't be smoking and steamed if, you didn't yell at him earlier. You should probably go and, apologize.
I abruptly stand up, look at you.
She'll stand up and meet his gaze. Little,
You know
like,
what?
little.
Is Lady
tilted head.
Borealis in this room?
think she
No,
left.
no, Borealis left, yes. It's only Rin who's still eating, and obviously Echoes.
You know what, Taurin?
I'm listening.
I hate that you're right. And I am going to leave the room. However, I am also going to leave the building and I'm going to start climbing onto the roof.
Okay.
Like you leave through the window, or like?
No, I will leave through the normal way. So it kind of looks like I'm just leaving the room in general.
So you're just
it
leaving
kinda-
through the front door and just start
yeah.
climbing the building? Jesus Christ.
Like Spider-Man. Or like gargoyles, like.
I would. It does look like I storm off though.
Okay.
But yeah, I will just climb, which I
Now-
am decently good at, considering I do have a proficiency in that, if I recall
Background.
I
correctly.
mean, there's no danger to this climbing, so
Yeah.
take your time and just go ahead and do it. But I would say though, once you reach the roof, we are going to have to pause right there because that is the time that I have. I gotta goddamn sleep for work, so you know how it is.
I get up at 5 a.m.
Sleeping.
Oh no, don't remind me. But yes, we're gonna have to keep this going on the next one.
Till next time, kids.
Yes, sir, yes,
Until
sir, yes,
next time.
sir. Alrighty, as per usual, we're gonna say goodbye to the people watching the VODs on the YouTube channel. Goodbye. I'm gonna make sure to download and upload this thing
Bye,
this
VOD
week.
Squad.
Yes,
Love
right.
y'all. Love
Oh.
y'all. I'm on the
Hugs.
roof.